And we are live. Good evening, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto episode 384. Today is Friday, April 19th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 3-ish.
And today we'll be covering a lot of great stories. We'll go over Monero's 5th birthday, FinCEN going to take its first enforcement action against a cryptocurrency trader. SBI Holdings, which we talked about removing Bcash, is now saying that it was a coincidence it got delisted at the same time as Bitcoin SV. South Korean crypto exchange CoinNest announces closure. And last but not least, we find out how much malware crypto ransoms has risen already in the first quarter. But first, do we have a free CryptoCoin winner from yesterday?
Unfortunately, we do not from yesterday. No question from yesterday. Did it solo, didn't have a question, but we will have a chance to win that free CryptoCoin today.
All right, what's going on? Close 71, Tony Nolly, Andre Durden, Allison Thompson, Crypto and Culture, Eric Brooks, Fred Kamen. Hello.
Rolling in on this Friday.
Comes in here. All right, let's go ahead and get it started. Happy birthday, Monero.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Shout out to Fluffy Pony.
5 long and strong years. One of the most popular cryptocurrencies for privacy protection, Monero has celebrated its 5 years of existence this week. Mm-hmm. Looking back through these 5 rocky years, what can you say about Monero and them reaching their 5th birthday?
Oh, yeah. Well, over the years, we've seen a lot of coins come and go. Good to see Monero still around, still going strong. It is one of the first privacy coins that has actually worked long term, because we've seen, like I said, a few come and they're not really private, or they have some sort of secret thing. Right. They did it as organic as you can do it. They literally started on the forums. The mining was in-house. They don't allow outside mining and things of that nature. Everything about it was built for privacy, and to this day it still has its privacy features with ring signatures as well as other features involved. They have anonymous developers. It is a project by people who actually just want to see private currency. So this is the correct way to go about building a cryptocurrency. So shout out to them for their 5th birthday. They are kindergartners now.
There we go, Monero.
Yep.
What's going on, Eric Brooks? Crypto and Culture, Tommy Brown, Tessa Hall, hello. Yeah. Crypto and Culture said, I hope they don't get hacked again so we can stay private.
I know, right? And it's kind of a testament to how young this market is. I mean, you have coins that are in the top 5, top 10 that are just now turning 5 years old. That's crazy. So very early in the game, and shout out to them for staying consistent.
What's crazy, I'm just thinking about this since he said, Crypto and Culture said something about the hacks. Mm-hmm. Right now, this last year was kind of supposedly the last year, but this year we're really transitioning. We'll see what happens next year. But IPv6 is coming, people.
Yeah.
IPv6, if you don't know what it is, go Google it, check it out right now. We're running on IPv4s for most things. I think in America right now we're at like 32% adoption rate for IPv6, about 22% globally. But I mention that because once that comes into play, that will definitely affect the crypto market. It's definitely going to affect the hackings, being able to trace hackers, of course, since every address is supposedly have an architect from its inception. But it's literally going to change the entire game. So there we go, Crypto and Culture, right? But no, I seriously mentioned that because we talk about things like Monero. I am very interested in seeing how the mass adoption of IPv6 will affect private cryptocurrencies. Again, if you're talking about you have hardware and software being tracked again from its inception. These would be some of the coins that really the only way you'll even be able to use some of them is if you really build your own in-home everything, like
Wi-Fi router, server.
Exactly. You got to get actual parts. Not necessarily. Yeah, either you build it yourself or you're literally ordering it from these like small boutique third parties where
black market basically.
Right. Yeah. Basically. So. It's going to be crazy. It's coming. For those who don't know what it is, short version is for all your IP addresses, IPv4. It only can hold, a certain amount, right? It's a certain amount, which we thought at the time when we created it was a lot. Turns out it's not a lot, and it's becoming even less and less because two of the classes you can't even really use for IP addresses. So everyone decided to make IPv6 to add more IP addresses. Except this time they want to put an IP address on every
everything that comes out,
everything that can get on every piece of technology. There'll be an IP address. Yeah. So again, just thinking about that and thinking about privacy coins and the future is going to be crazy. So happy birthday. Keep going strong, folks.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll drop a link for that as well. I actually was reading about another article of it yesterday. So, FinCEN takes first enforcement action against peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchanger. Folks, this is the craziest story. And I mean, listen, government extortion at its finest. It looks like our government decided that there are no more ICOs to go after. There are no more lone wolves. So they said, hey, what's the next best thing? Let's go back in history.
Yeah, let's just go backwards and find people that did it back in the day.
Let's backdate cryptocurrency to the point of which even the United States government literally didn't have any clue what they were doing. And this story does it. The FinCEN said they are tired of the SEC having all the glory, taking all the pictures in front of the tables with imaginary crypto coins. But it looks like the United States Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, has assessed a civil money penalty for a California resident accused. It's always California too, because they know they weak out here. They're like, we can go eat them up.
Yeah, exactly.
For a California resident accused of willfully violating money transmission laws in his work as a peer-to-peer exchanger of virtual currencies. The news was announced, official FinCEN news release on yesterday, April 18th. Can you tell us a little bit more about this story?
Oh, yeah. Well, Eric Powers of Kern County, California, he has to pay a $35,000 fine, which is peanuts compared to what he apparently or supposedly made.
They don't want him to make a lump noise. They just want the money.
Just give me
$35,000.
$35K.
It's summertime, man. Come on.
Exactly. And the thing is, he's barred from any future activities that will qualify as a money services business. But it looks like if you made millions from these first few, you don't really need to have a money services business now. You can basically just go for it. But the way that they basically found out what he did was he was using BitcoinTalk.org, and he did have a lot of transactions through the Tor network, which is not completely private. There are a lot of undercover agents that are on the Tor network, and he used Silk Road. So when you have a digital footprint that involves Silk Road, somebody's coming to knock on the door, even if you didn't actually buy drugs or guns or anything like that.
And even them mentioning Tor, there's nothing wrong with using Tor.
Exactly.
So the fact that they mentioned that again, is what's wrong with privacy. Why would you mention, he's using Tor?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's like a buzzword for Ned Flanders. Like the first thing they think is like, must be a criminal.
I close my blinds at night before I go to bed. Why do you like to
what you got to hide?
Right, yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of the things that has been an ongoing battle for years. I mean, Bitcoin came 10 years ago. The privacy battle has started since the 80s when internet's conception first came out.
That is very true.
Because that was the first thing people realized was at some point, if we can track IP addresses, if we can track computers, if we can track the flow of data, then we can basically track everybody's lives. And we're getting to a point now where it's there. If you've ever spoken about a subject and your phone was around, and then next time you look at your phone, you had an advertisement, you know just how much of tracking that is being done right now. Right. So in my opinion, them, like you said, this is extortion. They're just taking the money. Just give us the money. Just pay us the fine. I don't know if he's facing jail time. They did not mention that in this story, but it would be interesting. I was like, it would be interesting to see, like, if he just pays it and goes away, like, well, does that set a precedent that I could just do this and then all I got to do is pay a $35,000 fine? I would love to make $5 million from trading crypto and then only have to pay a $35,000 fine. Honestly, this doesn't deter a lot of people from using it, but they went backwards to find them. That's lame. That's the lamest thing I've heard. They went to 2012, 2014, and it's 2019. So it took them 5 years to uncover all this. So if you're one of those people that are scared that somebody's gonna come after you for your little $600 you got trade, whatever, that they're not focused on that. It took them 6 years for this, and they have thousands of people that they want to find. But this is FinCEN that did this. SEC has their own arm. There are other agencies that do it. So this enforcement action is kind of whack.
And as you said, I just want to highlight again these dates. It looks like this guy Powers conducted over 1,700 transactions as a money transmitter between December 2012 and September 2014, buying and selling Bitcoins on behalf of customers. They talk about where he listed his servers at. But again, 2012 to 2014. First of all, if you all remember the video we did last March, not this past March, not a month ago, but last March of 2018, we went to CIAA in Charlotte, North Carolina. We went to the job fair. We had a crypto booth, Bitcoin booth, first time ever. But was it FinCEN or FINRA? It might have been FINRA.
Yeah.
All right. Well, FINRA was there. They're all working together. But they literally did not know anything about cryptocurrency. This is in 2018. They knew literally nothing. The guy said he didn't know nothing about it. Only thing that he did know was that since it had to do with money, it should be regulated. And we were like, wait, you guys just decided last year or 2 years ago it should even count it as money. So
and he was running the booth and he didn't know what he was talking about.
So for FinCEN now to say, we're not only going to go back 6 years, but we're also going to ban you from ever trading again. Even though you literally did nothing wrong.
This wasn't illegal when he did it.
In December 2012, you're playing with fake funny money. How much was the price of Bitcoin then, right?
In 2012, it was less than 100. So, and yeah, it went from there.
So you got some fake funny money that no one believes. I mean, come on. People don't listen to us now.
Yeah.
So imagine 2012. So
oh, man.
You got funny money. It doesn't make sense. No one understands it. It's fake, blah, blah, blah. You decide to trade it because, hey, the government doesn't consider it money. Who do you call? Who do you talk to? I mean, right now in 2019, they still don't know.
Yeah.
So in 2012, who do you call and talk to? Of course, there's nobody. Yet our government is allowed to say, well, you didn't have a license when you did this 10 years ago or 6 years ago, so here's a fine for you. Like, really?
Really? Yeah, and I think that's why the fine was so cheap, because it's...
Well, it's cheap because it's an extortion play. They don't want any noise. In fact, I bet FinCEN is pissed this even made it to the papers. They're trying to figure... They might call up Bday again like, man, we gave you 35 as a hook. You going to telling us?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so...
Let's add a zero.
This is wrong, though. I mean, it's just no other way to say it's wrong. But as this commenter says at the bottom of this article, Spy Gadget Rentals, they say, and how are the efforts of FinCEN actually working out in terms of keeping, stopping, or even limiting the massive amounts, $250 billion in just one instance in Estonia, of money laundering with the majors such as HSBC, UBS, JP Morgan Chase, etc. Did anyone actually go to jail? Hello? Not so effective. Correct. Such hypocrites. I mean, exactly.
250 billion?
And this is one of the things, honestly, people don't get it twisted. I only get excited at this because, hey, this is the show. We're going to give you this information. We're excited. But honestly, personally, I don't even get excited anymore because I understand. We have a lot of criminals in office. We have a lot of criminals in our government offices, not just here, but abroad too. And yes, things like this, which make them hypocritical, for them to say, hey, we're going to go back FinCEN for FinCEN.
Yeah.
And remember, this is what really, if you want to know what really pisses me off, is that's taxpayer dollars. They're going to use our taxpayer money to go back 6 years to find someone because they traded Bitcoin.
which is software.
With anonymous people. Really, they were talking about this because it was anonymous people. They traded software. But you guys can't stop any of these bankers from laundering money, nor have you decided to arrest any of the bankers after you find out they do launder money.
It's a cold world.
Yet, we're supposed to sit back and continue to take it. We're not going to take it.
I think we should start a new segment called Hippo of the Day for hypocrites, because
there we go.
All of these alphabet boys are hypocrites at this point. So, this is disheartening, as I like to say, but this is something that goes on in the industry.
And one thing, we have a commenter, Unknown, said he should run far away ASAP. We saw a couple other people basically say something similar, that, hey, he should just get out of town. That's the issue. I'm not about this running life, people.
Yeah.
I am not about this running life. So if you ever see me on the news with something crazy, just to be like, hey, the government trying to come at him sideways. Like, they tried to extort him, and he said he didn't want to be extorted. Like, it's going to be that simple.
Yeah.
No matter what the media says, it's going to be, he was trying to get, somebody tried to extort him, and he decided to fight back. I mean, so that's the problem, I think, though, honestly, is that there's so many people that will just run or flee the country, especially when they have money. When in reality, it's like, no, use your resources and like get these people out of office. These are other human beings that are extorting you. They're using their positions to do it. So again, this is why crypto is important in government, because I would love to see what happens to the freaking penny. What happens to that $35,000 fine?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know what happens to this $35,000 fine.
Somebody going on vacation.
Right. It's crazy. All right. SBI Holdings back in the news again. SBI Holdings said Bitcoin Cash removal amid Bitcoin SV delistings was a coincidence.
I don't believe in coincidences.
Right? Especially on the same day.
No.
If you remember, we mentioned SBI Holding for removing Bitcoin Cash. We weren't sure why, because, of course, the talk of the town was cracking everybody removing Bitcoin SV. But what's going on here with SBI Holdings, and why did this become an actual issue all of a sudden?
Well, the biggest issue with this is that SBI, who has never offered BSV trading, they have sparked this controversy when they moved to delist Bcash, and the move comes at a time when others were all on BSV, had nothing to do with it. But they state, our decision to delist Bcash is unrelated to the delisting of BSV by several non-Japanese exchanges. They also added that the delisting was in fact premeditated, meaning they were thinking about this in advance, and was done in consultation with the Japanese Virtual Currencies Exchange Association. However, I do not believe in coincidences, and there are some big names behind it. And I do believe that some of the bigger names who are behind SBI, who are behind Bcash, they're having their own internal feud. And they're like, hey, if we don't like you, we'll just delist you at this point. And even if Bcash wasn't related. I believe there was some sort of move to do that because the news was focused on BSV. So SBI basically flexing their muscles as well. And that Virtual Currencies Exchange Association, I wonder who is on that association and what problems they have with the Bcash creators. So that'll be interesting to see. And it did take a hit in price because of that. And over time, I think we'll start to see that from other people who don't like certain altcoins. They're like, look, we'll just delist you, dude. We don't even care. No arguments back and forth. And this is what SBI has done so far.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, and it looks like their their executives deny any conflict of interest. They are quoted as saying, "It is true that we do have a business relationship with Mr. Craig Wright through our partnership with InChain. However, our decision to delist Bitcoin Cash ABC is unrelated to the delisting of Bitcoin SV by several non-Japanese exchanges." That was something I didn't know before today.
Yeah.
I did not realize SBI had a business relationship with Craig Wright and InChain. Again, people, we're talking about billions of dollars, trillions of dollars. If you believe them when they tell you, "Oh, we didn't know, guys," then you might as well believe what's the guy the other night in the playoff game for Philadelphia? The tall guy.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons.
Joel Embiid.
You might as well believe Joel Embiid when
I
he
didn't mean to elbow him in the throat.
And then start to laugh after he elbowed somebody, right? So it's the same thing. Like, people, it's billions of dollars on the line. And I mean, people's wives are disappearing. Kids, like, people are getting killed.
Quadriga CX, you got people faking deaths.
Right, fake deaths. So do you really think a newspaper article lie is going to, really, "Oh, we can't do that though"? No, of course they're going to say that. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, you didn't just decide out the blue to delist, not Bcash, delist Roger Ver's cryptocurrency, because that's what you really did. You know who you're going to get some feedback from by doing that. You didn't decide to delist Roger Ver's cryptocurrency out the blue without expecting any blowback or for some unknown reason. And then all of a sudden it's, "Oh, actually we're cool with Craig Wright." Right. Okay,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't know why all these people keep lying. I just don't get it. You guys,
they think we're stupid,
right?
This is why we do the show, so we can make sure we keep.
Well, not only that, it's like you
informed.
guys are rich.
Yeah.
What is the point of FU money if you never say FU?
Yeah, go away.
Like, I'll be like, "Yeah, we delisted it. Look, I know it's messed up. We all centralized, all right? Until we become decentralized, this is what it is."
Just tell the truth. I don't like his face. There's something about his face I just don't like. I just want to punch it.
It's Craig Wright over here. This the Craig Wright squad over here, and this is how it's gonna go. So
yeah,
I'd rather them just come out and say it, honestly.
Oh yeah,
like, so you can know what you're dealing with. But this right here makes me like, well, we know we can't believe anything else you say from this point forward.
Oh yeah,
we got a new partnership with somebody. Yeah, I'll wait till I see it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? South Korean crypto exchange CoinNest announces closure.
Man, let's give them a hand, please. I'm so glad y'all just
wait for the closure.
Yes, get them out of here.
What happened to CoinNest?
They are absolutely.
What is your beef with CoinNest? One of South Korea's third largest cryptocurrency exchange. What's your beef with them right now?
Okay, well, if I run an exchange and I accidentally gave all of my users $5 million in an accidental airdrop, which was the
that was
the most bozo move.
Wow.
You have to be one of the dumbest people ever to airdrop $5 million in an error. And also, their executives were charged for accepting bribes for listing multiple cryptocurrencies on the exchange. So get them out of here, please, because they basically, they killed themselves. They ate themselves basically by messing themselves up. They don't have the volume necessary to continue, and they're closing up on April 30th. So I'm glad to see some of the trash exchanges get out of here. I'm tired of seeing some of these exchanges because if you look at I've actually looked at the website. The website's trash, and CoinNest is just one of those get-rich-quick crypto exchanges that come along one year and then they're gone the next. So CoinNest, good riddance. Glad to see you go because, we don't need anybody that stupid in the space that's just throwing away $5 million in Bitcoin. Of course, if you're on the exchange, good for you. But if you're that incompetent, you're either incompetent or you're in on it. Either way, I don't want anything to do with you. So get out of here, CoinNest. Goodbye.
And it looks like they gave a notice, vague, by the way, of their closure. And it says here, it is a natural result of a decrease in trading value. Both regulatory issues and business decisions have served as a background for this decision. Now, while that is true, let's say you didn't have any of these miscues, then I would say, I can see an exchange going down because of trading value, especially if you're not like a top 10. Some of these exchanges we hear about is like top 20. I'm like, look, who is using these?
But, nobody.
But regulatory issues as well, I can understand that. But I think they need to highlight their business decisions more because, as you just said, if they didn't mistakenly airdrop that $5 million, which we probably are assuming it was another form of exit scam type of deal, but they did not accidentally lose $5 million. Again, only in crypto, people. Only in crypto.
Only in crypto.
I had to say that one more time for those in the back. If they didn't accidentally lose $5 million, then maybe they would not be going out of business this month. I don't think them losing $5 million has anything to do with the decrease of trading volume or regulatory issues. I think that was a business decision that went wrong, and they should probably
somebody came to collect.
Right, they should probably say because what happened in January, we don't have enough money to maintain being open for another 6 or 7 months.
And you don't deserve it if you lose $5 million from an exchange on accident from an airdrop. Good gracious.
This is crazy. Well, good riddance. I guess they're gone.
RIP CoinNest.
You know what? I won't talk too much because I'm sure they will come back, rebrand it with a new name and a new IEO next time.
Yep, backed by Calvin Ayre and Craig Wright.
You know how I go. And last but certainly not least, malware crypto ransoms rose by almost 90% in Q1 reported. That is correct. The average cryptocurrency payout for ransomware attacks rose dramatically in the first quarter of 2019. According to a firm that helps victims pay ransoms. I know it was a firm that helped victims pay ransom. What?
Oh yeah, Coveware.
Right. I'm kind of like I can't remember the movie, but I'm kind of like the guy who was like, I know you're not gonna, I know you're not gonna get my money, but I think it was a Friday the next. I don't expect you to get my stuff back. I just want you to kick some ass on the way home.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's how I feel about ransomware. I don't expect you guys to cover the ransom. Like, just find some hackers and toss them around a couple times. But what's going on with this story?
Well, it looks as though the bull market may be returning because whenever ransomware ramps up, that means that the robots are recognizing the activity in the market, and the average ransom has increased from $6,733 all the way up to $12,762 per ransom just in the first 3 months of 2019. So this means that a lot of the new malware that's coming out has started to recognize how much money is in the market. We are over a $200 billion market cap in the overall crypto market, which is still teeny tiny compared to gold, silver, and other commodities, but it is enough for ransomware and for people who create this ransomware to get paid. And that is why they're doing it. And for those companies who get hit with it, they're basically, that's one of the things we laughed about was that is one use case for Bitcoin is that companies will have to buy Bitcoin just in case they get hit with ransomware. And this is one of the things, like I said, that kind of signals the beginning of a bull market, because once you have that increase in price, not only are they receiving this money for the ransoms, they're actually going to use that money and exchange it at some point and move it around. So that actually is more activity in the market. And they have a good chart here to show the type of ransomware that's come. The number one being the GanCrab ransomware, which I haven't heard about. I have heard of Ryuk, R-I-Y-U-K, and they target large organizations, so I have heard of them. But some of the other ones, Dharma, they have an average ransom of $9,742. But Ryuk, they actually demand upwards of $286,000.
So I feel like they're not attacking the little guys. I feel like we're safe from that end.
Exactly.
I'll just put LOL back to the hacker back and be like, all right, whatever, dude.
Whatever. You never getting that back. You keep it.
If you know where you can pay, hey, in fact, sign me up.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it is funny on the day the Monero times 5 malware crypto is a news story as well, because that's usually what they use, either Monero or Bitcoin, to get that ransomware. Right.
And I believe is a new virus out, malware out. I can't remember what is considered, but Mayhem. Have you heard of Mayhem yet?
Mayhem, have not.
What is Mayhem, people? Does anybody in the comments know? Since we're talking about this right now, let's go ahead and look up Mayhem virus or something. This is new, maybe it's malware. It's a new one that's out, but everyone needs to be aware of it because I hear it is beginning. Yeah, Mayhem malware server botnet. Oh, it's actually from 2017. It's just actually re-evolved. But Mayhem has been back out again, FYI to some folks out there. So make sure you are keeping all your crypto safe as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right, for the free cryptic coin, what are we doing today?
Oh, yeah. So for our free cryptic coin, we discussed earlier the delisting from SBI with Bcash. We've discussed BSV delistings. How do you feel about exchange delistings?
I didn't mean to do that.
Do you think they have too much power? Do you think this is a concerted effort to get them out of here? What do you think? Let us know. Put that cryptic coin address, and we will send it to the winner.
Thank you. All right, and then shout out to Unknown again. He said, they got to find me, bro. No exceptions. No, I'm with you. If I ever was take it, go ahead and lead these borders, it'll be tough to find me as well.
Absolutely.
Crypto and Culture said these exchanges want to smoke. Oh, they do. They definitely want to smoke. I mean, look, when you wake up after a month of work and all of a sudden you go from being worth a couple 100,000 to 200-300 million. Oh yeah, it's about to be some craziness going on.
Oh yeah, try me if you want.
And honestly, if the crypto crowd, which some are, if they're anything how the old Wall Street crowd used to be, I will say that there is also another reason why. I would say there's a social reason that a lot of these exchange operators and people in cryptocurrency in general are making these erratic decisions.
Yeah.
Why did they make erratic decisions on Wall Street? What was the social factor there? Were there drugs involved? Yes.
Most likely.
Are there drugs involved in cryptocurrency? Of course. I mean, that's like, a lot of people know that. So, yeah, just watch out for that. A couple of last minute shout outs going on Sergeant Crypto, Maximilian Price, and Ryan Cooper. Thanks all for watching and joining. Make sure you smash that like and share button. Again, after the video, in the comment section, go ahead and put that CryptoCoin address as well as the answer to that question. We'll make sure we take care of you.
Oh, yeah.
Until next week, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk to you Monday.
Have a good one.
Cheers.